You are about to watch a video from the Infringed. Please go over to his channel and subscribe to him. He gave me permission to mirror this video, and I asked for permission because I think everyone should see it. It hits the nail on the head. Have a good day, everybody. I'll leave the link to the original video in the description and also in the pinned comment. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Like and share the video on his channel. That way it boosts the algorithm and we can get past this censorship crap.
So, after God led the Israelites out of Egypt, and they witnessed miracle after miracle after miracle, the Israelites stood on the edge of the promised land. And God said, "It's yours for the taking. Go." And they said, "No. Fear. They're too big. They're too powerful. There's too many." Even knowing the power of God, out of fear, they refused to go. And they were cursed to wander the desert for another 40 years. Until that generation died off. And when that generation died off, God sent them back. Which, the walls of Jericho, right? God brought down the walls of Jericho. But we, right now, are standing on the edge. And our rights, our freedom, our country is being taken away from us. That was all of which were given to us by God. And we're standing there on the edge. No. Too strong, too powerful. I'm not going to risk it. The walls have fallen. We have existed where we're at right now with this illusion that we can fix this through elections, through court, the right Supreme Court justices, the right court judges, the right man in the Oval Office, elections, the next election. It doesn't matter. If anything, the election being stolen from Trump is a blessing, because we can now see that it's not going to change through an election. It's not. It's not. And we can tell God no, and we can go back to our couch and sit and watch as this country is God's removed from the schools. Evil is right, and we're supposed to not see. It's one thing. It's not good enough that we're like, okay, you can sin. Just leave us alone. But we have to embrace the sin. We have to also accept it as, no, it's not sin. It's funny how Walmart's open, Lowe's is open, but they shut down the churches. They take God out of church. Or, sorry, well, they actually are taking God out of churches. But, I'm not a churchgoer. But no, they've taken God out of schools, out of our daily lives. And we're only allowed to have God when we go to church or in our home. And they're taking that from us. But we still stand on the edge. Saying, no, God, they're too big, they're too powerful, there's too many of them. But the funny thing is I believe that there's more of us that believe in rights, in the difference between right and wrong, and good and evil, and there's evil. It's out there. I mean, Satan, the great deceiver, has convinced a lot of people that he doesn't exist. And when you believe that so many people believe that their enemy doesn't exist, that's when they do the most harm. They don't have to sneak around. They just do their thing. But marches, if all that's going to happen is a demonstration, step it up. I mean, you're going to march on governor's mansion or wherever your next demonstration is. Leave a mark. Take a stone, a 10-pound rock, a 5-pound rock, and leave it in the middle of the street. Leave it on the doorstep of the Capitol building or the governor's mansion. I mean, a few hundred people, a few thousand people, 5 pounds, that adds up. That's a show. That's at least step it up. I don't know. I really felt if we say no to God at this point, things may not change that much for us. But our children, our children's children, there's dark times in store. How many millions of people have died at the hands of dictators, of communism, socialism? But take technology that we have now and put it in their hands. How many more are going to die? How many more are going to suffer? Are we going to come back from that? Are our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren going to ever come back from that? But we stand on the edge and we still say no. And I am truly, truly scared of what's coming, not for me, but for my children and their children. They're erasing history. They're tearing down statues. They have control of the schools. Freedom is now considered selfishness. Your rights. It's selfish to believe in rights. And it's flipped. Good is bad. Bad is good. Wake up. We're on the edge. And we cannot say no to God. We cannot. The price is too high. Way too high.